I'm Karen. I got diagnosed with my first meningioma grade 1 in 2013. It was actually through an eye test because my personality had totally changed. Diagnosis depressed. So I changed doctors and she sent us for an eye test, and then I had to have a few more appointments, and it came back I had a very large meningioma. On the Monday morning, Sunderland Royal phoned us and asked us to go straight in. So I went in, and then I was admitted straight away. And then later that afternoon I was transferred to the RVI, and I underwent emergency surgery on the next morning. My second one, it was 6 years later, and it was picked up in a routine MRI scan, and same, got a phone call to go in a few days later, and my neurosurgeon confirmed I had another meningioma, which I'd seen, and I was relieved to get the diagnosis. After the first diagnosis, I wasn't with it. I was very much away. I didn't have a clue what I was doing, and so when I was told, it was like I just didn't understand and it didn't sink in. The second time I was relieved when I got the diagnosis, because then I knew what it was. After the diagnosis of the second one, I was placed on watch and wait. I had a scan every 3 months, and every scan my tumour decided it was going to grow. So then I had the stereotactic radiosurgery about 9 months after the original diagnosis, which caused a bit of fatigue, but not as much as the first one caused us. I suffered headaches for a little bit, had to be placed on steroids, and that seems to have sorted the headaches out, touch wood. But it was much easier having the SRS than what it was the surgery for recovery time, and at least the second time I knew what was happening, I had some insight. With the SRS, I had to be fitted for a radiotherapy mask, which wasn't very nice, but it wasn't too bad at the same time. And the actual treatment lasted about 30 minutes, and that was it, and just waiting for a follow-up MRI scan to make sure the treatments worked. And if it's worked, I'm back under my neurosurgeon, who is Mr. Siraj. I found it very hard to live with the new me, and with the side effects. My side effects was mainly off the first surgery, which left us with neuralgia, weakness in my left side, major memory problems, mood swings, very easily confused, can't cope with crowds and loud noises. I get very stressed and uptight and I want to lash out. Attention problems. If I can't keep the attention, I just drift off anywhere. I could be looking as though I'm paying attention, but I'm off on a Caribbean island or something. And I still suffer with headaches, which was one of the major factors of pre-diagnosis, but they're not as bad as they were. Medical staff said I was doing better than expected. I questioned it, and one of the nurses said if it would put it in perspective, I should be partly paralysed. So I'm really lucky that I've just gotten away with weakness in my left side. I didn't receive any information on what I had on either occasions, but I got support through family and friends, and nearly a year later after the first one, I discovered a brain tumour support group. I went along to them, and they're now family and friends. I feel about the future, I feel a bit uncertain as to, is it going to come back again? If so, at least it'll get picked up in a scan, so it'll be very small like my second one. After going to the brain tumour support group for a while, a few of my friends set up the 3 tumour charity, and it's been amazing. I really need the support and the knowledge of people that understand what we're going through, what we've been through. Without the support group, I don't know how I would have coped. They've been a lifeline.